Straight ahead on 12 News, a bus driver who sprung into action.
Seemed like forever, but it was very fast.
Receives a much-deserved honor. Plus,
pothole problems. I'll tell you why crews are calling this one of the worst seasons ever.
But first, concern over light rail, what it could mean for some people's homes. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. No council approval yet. Discussion will continue over the future of a Brooklyn Park Road project and its possible connection to the Bottineau Light Rail line.
Meantime, Brooklyn Park residents are concerned about what it could mean for their property.
When there's a full house at a city council meeting, it's a fair guess the topic of discussion affects people's property.
To lose my home is pretty sad.
Up for approval this week, a county road reconstruction project along West Broadway in Brooklyn Park between Candlewood Drive and 93rd Avenue.
My biggest problem is there seems to be a fundamental lack of transparency on this project.
The plan has long included turn lanes and other traffic and safety upgrades, but residents' main concern is the addition of a wider median, which they believe is to accommodate the proposed Bottineau Light Rail line.
We're here because of the 35 to 40 foot median that's being added to accommodate light rail, the 20 to 30 feet that the roadway is going to be expanding into people's backyards or possibly even taking their homes.
How many homes would be affected by the road project is not clear, and it puts a tough choice before the council.
And I'm not saying that means we take homes, but I do think there are aspects of this project that we do are important.
And the reality is, we don't know if Bottineau is really going to come. And if it's not really going to be there, there's no reason to widen the road, take these next people's houses, and put a parkway down the middle of West Broadway.
The council stopped short of approving the road project, voting in favor of more discussion. Meantime, some residents are asking what the future of light rail means for their backyard.
What I said to the council tonight is, do you really want your legacy to be that you are going to run a train right through the heart of Brooklyn Park?
The Brooklyn Park City Council will take up the road project issue again, but after they get more information about the proximity of the light rail line and how many properties would be affected.
A Plymouth man who vandalized a national landmark in Montana must pay more than $4,000 in restitution and fines. The Pompey's pillar bears the 1806 signature of explorer William Clark. Now, just a few feet to the left, it also contains names and a heart. Cole Randall said he did it after his wife discovered a lump in her breast during their honeymoon. Randall had to trespass over a railing to do the carving. Monument managers are hopeful that the damage can be fixed.
A New Hope school bus driver was honored today for his actions last month when his bus caught fire. Alfred Lewis sprung into action and quickly brought 4 students, all with special needs, to safety. Cassie Bonstrom has more.
Quiet and humble, Alfred Lewis isn't one to draw attention, but his heroic actions on the morning of March 6th certainly didn't go unnoticed.
We can't say enough good things about you.
The first student employee received 2 awards Tuesday morning for his quick thinking when he rescued 4 students from his burning bus.
The efforts of Mr. Lewis definitely saved 4 lives here.
Al says he had just picked up his 4th passenger when he noticed a strange smell and smoke coming from the front of the bus.
We pulled over right away, and I looked at the nurse and I said, we're going out the back door, and that's exactly what we did. And we didn't look back until after we got off the bus, and then it was gone. So we were blessed. 2
of the 4 children on board were in wheelchairs, but he couldn't use the lift because of the location of the fire.
We were lucky because they were small and they weren't electric wheelchairs, so I could lift them right off the bus.
Despite all the praise, however, Al doesn't think he did anything heroic.
I think I did what all of us do every day. I think we're all trained to do it, and all of these drivers are the same. They do the same.
In Brooklyn Park, I'm Cassie Bonstrom, 12 News.
After the kids were rescued, emergency crews gave each child a teddy bear to help calm them down. And at the time, Al joked that if the kids got one, he should probably get one too. Today, along with his 2 awards, Al was also given a teddy bear for his efforts.
One of Minnesota's largest banks is saying goodbye to Minneapolis and hello to Plymouth. TCF plans to move about 1,500 employees to the Plymouth Corporate Center building. The company says the move will provide a significant upgrade in the quality of workspace for its workers. The move to Plymouth is actually a consolidation of several Twin Cities office locations. In addition to relocating about 11 workers from Minneapolis, it's moving 200 corporate workers from Brooklyn Center. A Brooklyn Park auto repair shop has plans to significantly expand its business. Morrie's Body Works is seeking approval for a 17,000 square foot expansion to its facility on Jolly Lane. That would be 4 times the size of its existing facility. Morrie's Body Works initially received approval to expand in 2008, but never moved forward with those plans. The spring is here, and so are the potholes.
Today, Hennepin County crews spent the day patching up some of the worst trouble spots in the metro. Reporter Sonia Goins caught up with them in Maple Grove.
I think they're horrendous.
Drive on any road in the metro, and you're bound to hit one of these.
I haven't seen them this bad in, quite a few years.
This is County Road 81 in Brooklyn Park, where our news cars go through every day. The divots in the road are downright dangerous for your car.
I'm not too happy about driving my new truck over those foot-deep holes.
This is bad this year. It's very bad.
Now, crews are going through this stuff like it's water. So far, they've gone through 117 tons of asphalt, and they're just getting started.
I don't say we're going to get totally cut up because there's plenty of potholes everywhere.
There are about 3 county crews working to fix potholes on any given day.
Probably been in Minneapolis, Golden Valley, New Hope, Brooklyn Park, and then they'll be in Maple Grove today. So
this afternoon, County Road 103 in Maple Grove got some much-needed attention. Crews use what's known as hot patch mix to plug the holes.
this is more a permanent patch mix that we get out of the bituminous plants now, and we have had some crews out for the last 4 Saturdays just for us to try to catch up on all the pothole complaints.
Experts say this has been a bad year because of our roller coaster weather. Remember all that snow we got last Friday? Well, that didn't help the situation.
Especially when you have the freeze and thaw temperature changes, we can't get caught up because everything we did last week we're redoing again.
Hennepin County officials say it's going to take a while before they can smooth out the roads, so they ask drivers to be patient while they patch.
It's been a big job. I feel we'll probably be at this for at least another month, really chasing all these potholes until we get caught up.
In Maple Grove, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
Hennepin County says it will try to repair potholes within 24 to 48 hours of getting a complaint. If you see a county road that needs pothole repair, you can call this number 612-596-0299. Residents in Plymouth will soon be able to say goodbye to a neighborhood eyesore. The Plymouth City Council is expected to approve a resolution that will allow the city to tear down this boarded-up home on 24th Avenue. It was destroyed by fire last December. It has sat this way ever since December. State law allows citizens to remove hazardous buildings if the owners fail to take actions themselves. Up next, a little food for thought, why fat isn't all bad for your diet.
We'll compare good fat versus bad fats coming up next in Health Check. Then later in sports, the boys' tennis season kicks off as Armstrong takes on Providence Academy.
But first, a day to erase all those bitter memories of sub-zero temperatures. Listen to Wednesday's forecast, 70 and sunny. Want another way to ward off the flu? Well, how about a visit to the dentist? A bill under consideration in the Minnesota House would allow you to get your flu shot during routine teeth cleanings. The bill would let dentists administer flu shots if they receive proper training. Supporters say it could benefit the elderly and those in rural communities. So far, the bill has met little resistance. The word fat generally has a negative connotation, but it's still one of the 6 essential nutrients the body needs to function properly.
And today in Health Check, Delane Cleveland looks at how eating the right kind of fat can actually help boost your metabolism.
Fat in your foods, what do you think? Is it good or bad?
I don't think it's all that good, no.
Is it good or bad? What do you think?
Oh, I think it's absolutely good.
The answer is actually both. We talked to registered dietitians from Nutritional Weight and Wellness in Maple Grove to learn the difference between good fat and bad fat.
We have been so gun-shy with eating fat that we've taken a lot of the good fats out.
Registered dietitian Joanne Rideout says many foods containing the so-called bad fats have become a mainstay in people's diets.
French fries, bakery goods, those also contain a lot of trans fats.
She also includes Cool Whip, I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, corn oil, and canola oil to the mix.
All those kinds of fats are damaged oils, and so those are generally refined at a high heat, and so they're damaging to your metabolism.
Then there are the healthy fats, which do the exact opposite for your metabolism.
We have olive oil, coconut oil, butter, avocado, we have some nuts.
She says consuming at least 2 teaspoons of these healthy fats about 5 to 6 times a day will help boost people's metabolism.
I made some asparagus. Very easy to do.
Simple recipes that contain good fat include baked asparagus dressed in olive oil.
That's a really easy way to include some good fat and have a great vegetable.
And avocado tomato chutney mixed with pineapple, onions, and cilantro.
The oil and the avocado are the good healthy fats in that recipe. So
Bottom line, a diet containing good fat helps people to burn fat.
And so get them back in more quantity than they have.
In Maple Grove, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
And for recipes on foods that contain good fat, Delane has put some of those on our website at 12.tv. And we're much better at finding the bad fat than the good fat, aren't we?
That's true. Although that avocado salad looked pretty good.
It certainly did. Coming up, a dinner table conversation starter, how to make college dreams a reality.
But first in sports, the Champlin Park boys lacrosse team shoots for another strong season. John Jacobson has a team preview when we come back.
Finally, some high school athletes getting some real play in outdoors. Not everybody, and it's slow, but they're starting.
Let's start one sport at a time, and we're going to start with tennis. With their hard court surfaces quicker to dry than baseball or softball fields or golf courses, boys' tennis teams are the first to actually get some competitions in early in the spring season. Providence Academy hosting Armstrong Monday. One singles, Riley Lowe serving for Providence. Nikita Shezko rips the return winner for the Falcons. Later in the first set, good rally ends with a forehand winner for Shezko, and he wins in straight sets. At number 2 singles, Noah Bolt in the near court for the Lions. Hunter Fernelius for Armstrong gets the volley winner. And then it's Fernelius with a backhand passing shot winner coming up here, and he wins his match 6-1, 6-love. At number 3 singles, Armstrong's Joe Lipovitz with a big serve and then a drop shot winner, and he takes the match love and love. At 1 doubles, Alex Witkowski and Nick Towell for Providence, Rudy Lipovitz and Matt Holton for Armstrong. Towell gets the winner for the Lions. Armstrong responds, Holton the big serve, Lipovitz the forehand winner. They go on to win 6-2, 6-3, and Armstrong takes the match over Providence 7-0. The Champlin Park boys lacrosse team brings back a strong senior class after going all the way to the state semifinals last season. Rebels will be strong on the defensive end where all 3 starters return, as well as goalie Bryce Plunkett. With some holes to fill at the attack and midfield position, CP will depend on its defense early in the season.
Every season you start out, your strengths are usually where you have returners, and we have 3 guys that have been starters for 3 years now, and a goalie that's been starting for 3 or 4 years.
We're hoping to keep the goals to the minimum and make sure our offense can possess the ball and get the experience that they need.
After winning its first section title last year and winning a game at state, expectations are high for the Rebels in 2014. The trick now is managing those expectations.
We all realize how fun and exciting, lacrosse can be at the state tournament level, so we all really look to be at that high standard, in the upcoming seasons here.
I think we all like to be challenged, so having high expectations is a good thing for our coaching staff and all of our players in our program. But yeah, I think just taking it day by day, game by game, it's kind of a coaching cliche, but that's how you have to do it.
Champlin Park opens the season April 23rd at Centennial. The Totino-Grace baseball team tied for the conference title in the North Suburban last spring. The Eagles are hoping to make a push for another crown in the final year of the conference. Like most teams, Grace has been almost exclusively indoors so far. So a little time spent on a patch of relatively dry grass next to the school Monday had the guys feeling like it's time to play ball.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we've been in the gym, and it just felt good, you know, kind of feel the air, just get back that kind of atmosphere of playing baseball outside, just like it's meant to be. And so, yeah, it was a great experience.
The guys love just being outside. I mean, anytime you can get outside and field some ground balls and get some throws that actually have some distance, it's great. All the guys were excited, and we're looking forward to the end of this week and maybe next week finally getting outside.
Eagles graduated a lot of seniors last season, but there's still some good talent on hand. The pitching staff has standouts like Ryan Luty and Reggie Meyer to lead the way. Grace guys are cautiously optimistic.
We have a few players that have some varsity experience, not a ton. Some guys are role players last year. We had a few guys that were some key guys. But even the guys that didn't have huge roles this year, we're pretty confident that they're going to kind of be able to step in and be able to compete and have a chance. And
we had a lot of seniors last year, but I think we'll be able to find guys to put in spots to take over, and I think we'll have a good lineup.
The Eagles were supposed to open at home Thursday against Spring Lake Park, but the Panthers field is in better shape, so that game will be played Wednesday at Spring Lake Park. It sounds like we're going to have great weather Wednesday afternoon. Great day for a ball game.
That's right.
Let's play ball.
Thanks a lot, John.
Thank you, John. Still ahead, a closer look at making college dreams a reality.
For many students, it's easier said than done. A look at the challenges up next.
Finally, a documentary shown at Cooper High School that aims to get students and parents talking.
Aspiring to beat the odds, these students possess the grades and determination to succeed. But sometimes, aspirations just aren't enough.
Tonight, you're invited to watch a documentary titled First Generation. It shares the stories of 4 high school students who set out to break the cycle of poverty by pursuing a college education. The film explores the obstacles that first-generation college students are trying to overcome. A screening of First Generation will be shown at 6 o'clock tonight. That's Tuesday night here at Cooper High School. It's free, although suggested donations of $10 will be collected to benefit Minnesota scholarships. A question and answer session with education experts will follow the film. And that's all the news for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Stay with us. Community Corner is up next, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, beginning at 4 o'clock.